make a beautiful wedding card. It's a design by Sam from Mixed Up Crafts. She's done hers in autumn, but I'm turning this completely different in a wedding card. So this is going to be, it's a pop-up card, and I'm going to show you how to make it. It's quite simple, but I'm hoping it's going to turn out very effective. So we're going to start off with a piece, 2 pieces that are 2 by 6.5, and you want to score it at 2, 4 and 6. So we need 2 of those pieces, and we're just going to just come back round, just going to notch the tab on the end that's just the 1/2 inch. So we're going to notch that on the end like that. So just got that tab going like that, and same for the other one. Okay, so we'll do that. Okay, so we're just gonna burnish and score. And I forgot to bring my foam folder. Now I've made this in our strong card. So this is our basic white strong card I'm Stampin' Up. So I'm just going to take off any burrs. So if you see any burrs, just go over with your bone folder to smooth that out. And then we're just going to stick the 2 together. So just do the same. I don't know whether, I think I burnished that one. I'm going to burnish that, and that. Just in case I didn't say, I'll make sure I said again, this is 2 by 6.5, and I told you that I scored it at 2 and 4. So 2 and 4 and 6, and that gives you the 1/2 inch tab on the end. So we're just going to put some glue on that, and then we're just going to glue the 2 together. So make sure you absolutely get those right. Okay, and then we're going to do the other side. And we'll just flatten that down, bend it over, just make sure that that's absolutely right on there. Just bend it together there. Now, as I say, make sure they are aligned properly. That's why I like wet glue, just gives you that little bit of wiggle room. Right, decide on which is going to be your front and your back. It's not really going to matter much to me, so I think I'm going to choose that. Now, to decorate it, I've got a 5 pieces that are squares. So each of these panels is 2 by 2. So my foil measures 1 7/8 by 1 7/8, and then I've taken it down by 1/4 inch, so it's 1 5/8 square. So I'll just double check that I've got that right, but I'm sure that that is the 1 5/8. So I'll just doubly make sure, because I don't want you. Yes, it's 1 5/8. Yeah. So that's 1 5/8 square. Okay. So I've got 5 of these pieces, and I've already put this lovely paper on. So this is our Splendid Day. I got the Splendid Day suite. So and this pink is in the Splendid Day suite. So I'm gonna put that at the back. Now I'm just gonna decide each one which way I like it. Oh, I like that. So this I'm going to put back here. Now, Sam doesn't decorate the back, but because it's a wedding card, I want it to be beautiful on all sides, so I'm going to put 2 on the back. Doesn't matter which I'm choosing, really. So I'm going to do... Hi Valerie, how are you? Hope you're well. I think it's 4th of October and Stampin' Up. You can become a demonstrator if you wish. I'm going to put that way. So there we go. So, and I'm leaving that blank. So then I'm bringing it back to the front to put all the pieces on the front now. Decide again which way I want the piece, and then put... It's no work at all, Valerie. You don't have to do anything other than getting your supplies cheaper. So you don't have to do anything at all. It's people choose to. That's what they do. I've chosen to. I'm not. I don't have any customers. I just shop for myself, so that I get cheaper products. I get to know about, obviously, all the offers. I can go on the site if I want to pick up what they're doing with offers, etc. So it's, you get all the supplies to set up a business if you want to, but you just don't have to at all. And there's no hassle for anybody. I mean, my upline manager actually is, I belong to the Poodles team, and Sam never hassles me at all. She asked me if she could help me if I wanted to do anything, and if I didn't, that's fine. So that's so far. So we've got those 2 on the back like that. Right, now this is the mechanism. So this is 1, and I think it's 1.5. Where's my instructions? Just to double check that I know it's 9. Yes, it's 9.5 by 1.5. So you want a piece 1.5 by 9.5, and you're going to score that at 1.5. No, let's start again. We're going to score that at half, 1.25, 2, 2 3/4, 3.5, 5, 5 3/4, 6.5, 7.25, and 8. And so you need to use our bone folder. So we're going to bend it down and just concertina it. So we're only going to be bending, because this is the spring mechanism that makes it spring open. Now, once you get to the big piece, turn it over and then repeat. So you're going to fold in and back, in and back and in again. So now you've got that piece. That's the 1/2 inch piece, and you're just going to glue that. Now that's purely going to be glued to the other piece. So just like that. Okay. So this makes the mechanism. So it's dead easy, dead straightforward. Just hold that for a second or two. Pop that out of the way. So again, this is the second piece that was 1.5 by 9.5. And it was scored at half, 1.25, 2, 2 3/4, 3.5, 5, 5 3/4, 6.5, 7.25, and 8. So again, we're going to start off with the big piece at the end, and you're just going to bend down and then concertina that. So you just concertina until you get to the Next big piece, don't forget, only fold these like I'm doing. Do not use your bone folder. This will keep the springiness of it. So then we're going to go again, folding in, concertina, backwards and forth until we come to that final 1/2 inch, and then we're just going to glue this down. Okay, and just put that together. Make sure that that is lined up. Okay, I'm just going to hold that a second or two. Okay, and then I'm using just the 2 flat ends, so not the ones where it's got the 1/2 inch on, just the 2 flat ends, and I'm just going to glue those 2 together as well. So that will, there we go, just, and then got that nice spring that fits together like that, so that that is your spring mechanism, so it'll fold flat. So there we go, and just let it pop out. Okay, so I'm just going to put that on one side and come back to my hexagon bit. Now I've got a piece that is 8 inches by 2, and it's just scored at 2, 4 and 6. And again, I'm just going to bend these there like that, and then I'm just going to glue on one of the bottom bits. Just put some glue on there, and then that's going to go to the front, and I'm just going to make sure that that lines up nicely where my crease is, so you can see the crease is level with that, and it's just comes exactly the same length on the bottom. And again, I'm going to glue on this side and then pop that in the back, bring it so that it's absolutely on your crease. So I'm just going to make sure that I've got it exactly in there. Okay, so this will fold flat into a box. So there we go. So it will fold flat like this. I seem to be getting the angle wrong today. Apologies. So that will fold flat. I'll just put my glue fingers on there. Right, so the spring mechanism, we are just going to, put glue on the front and on the back, and then gonna just pull it in a little bit so that I can go from underneath now and just pop this in so it's level with the bottom. So I'm going to put the spring level with the bottom, and I'm just going to make sure that it's got exact increments at either side, and then do the same at the other one. I'm going to make sure it's got the same increment and it's flush with the bottom. So that gives the spring, so you've got that, and when the person opens it, takes it out of the box, it automatically will stand up. Okay, now I've been very creative today because I wanted, as say it's a wedding card, I decided I wanted a heart, and I wanted it lacy, and this, I don't know whether you can see, but it's got indented hearts in this. Now, this is not a heart die. This is a rectangle die. So I've used this rectangle die that I've had quite a long time. It's for a cupcake packaging or something it is. And what I did is I got a piece of white card, or thick white card, and this measures 5 by, I think it's 4 3/4. Basically, I measured the heart that I've got. So this was my heart, and I just measured to make sure that it would fit on. So it'll fit on that way nicely. And I just put some of the double-sided sticky on it, and then that was on the white card that measured that, and then I just popped this down one side and ran it through my die cutting machine, and then did the same on the other side, and then I then put my heart on and cut it out, and I got all this effect. So you can see that's the edge of my die look. So that I made like that. That might be the other way up. I don't know whereabouts it fits in. Can't see whereabouts I did it now. Oh, it's that way, sorry. Yeah, so that fits in there, look. So I did it like that, and I just left a little bit of a gap down the centre, because that just gave me a nice Miro image, and I just thought that that went really nice. And this is the same Miro card that matches this in the Splendid Day suite. Okay, so what I thought I'd do is I didn't want this to just be bare like that, so I decided I'd got just a scrap bit of the card left, so I've cut that, and it doesn't need to fill it all. I've just put scraps of both of them because it's going to be covered up, but it's going to stop the bottom being bare. So I'm just going to pop that down so that it's got that equal increment, so it looks like that. And then I'm going to glue this down. Now I'm just going to, I've got a bit stuck behind there, but that's going to be covered up, and I can't, it should slip out really, that. I get it. Don't want to ruin my card. Let's see if I can just poke that bit out, because it is irritating me. Just, there we go, and stick that down. So I just thought that was really effective. So yeah, that's going all right. It's that bit's wonky. There we go. So just make sure, Miro board has an awful habit of moving about. Right, I think I've got that. Yeah, I'm happy with that. So I'm just going to see, it's about there and there. So I'm just going to put glue in this little bit here. Hope for the best that that's in the right place. So I'm going to put plenty on there, and then I'm just going to, in fact, I'll flatten it down, bring that to the point and press that down. Okay. So there. Okay. Now I've prepared ahead of time. We had this lovely cake. It was called Happy Birthday to You, and I just think it's a beautiful set, and I haven't had much of a play with it, but I think it's absolutely stunning for wedding cards. Now I don't know whether you can, it's not picking it up on camera, but what I've done is I've used my fresh freesia, and I've put this on a block, and then I've used my Wink of Stella, and so it's created this lovely shiny roses in the background there. Now while that's just drying and fixing, I wanted to add some little bits of in fact, I think I am probably going to put it on. Yeah, I think I will put it on. So I'm going to just get my dimensionals and stick my dimensionals on. Now I think that this, just let me double check. Yeah, I I think that'll be all right. So just put it there. And now I'm going to use little ones for the bottom. So these are our mini dimensionals. So this is for the actual cake stand. And put one in the middle. So I don't want this to be messed up. Okay, oh, fingers. I might have to stick that in. That might be a little bit too much. So I have to stick that in a bit. And then I'm just going to go on the bottom with this. Just have a couple there. Okay, so I'm going to bring it back in and see where it's going to go on here. So I'm just going to take my backings off now and see. Okay, and I'll just lower that. So it's going to go on the bottom, make sure it's pretty much central. Just have it lifted up a little bit, poke it in there. So now it will stand up. You can't quite see, so it's looking like that so far. Now I've got some of my leaves to stick in, so I'm going to stick some foliage in now. So I'm going to have to be careful where it goes. So stick a little bit of glue on there and stick that in there. I don't want it to go. And then I've got some silver, and these are all the dies in the set. So these see if that took it. There we go. So I'm just going to see where I want to place them. I think I might stick that coming out there somewhere. That'll be down there, and some the silver foliage on the top. That can come out the side. No, I think I won't put it there yet. Oops, that's moving. Go on, hold in place. I need to press it for a little minute to the to-dos. Let's see, I'll have a little bit coming out, I think there, so put this to come out the side there, and then a little bit of the silver to go on the top. That can come out the side there. Right, now I'm going to, I've got some of the hearts left that I've had, and I thought it might be nice to stick a heart in the centre of the flower. So I'm just going to see. So we've got a heart right in the centre of the flower. What's happened there? That glue dot, go on. The glue dot fell off. So there's the glue dot, And let me get my putty on this bit so I can control my heart. Which way is the heart? That's it. So put that there. And then the last one. Whoops. I'm flirting about all over. So that wants to go that way. There we go. Right, and I'm going to see if I can just wink of Stella those up to see whether they will sparkle. Oop. Yeah, I think they're all right. They're sparkling, so hopefully they will dry okay. Right, so just got happy wedding day, so I'm just going to pop on the front. Actually, I'm going to stick dimensionals on it as well. Just put the glue on, never mind, but it will stick. Decided to have dimensionals on instead. Oops, sorry. Bringing it out. Okay. Let's put that there. Then just going to centralise this. And I might just stick a couple of hearts on there as well. Let me put my Wink of Stella back on. And there. So let's stick a little heart there. And I'm going to now I'll put one. Whoopsie daisy. Down there as well. Okay. So you can see how springy it is. So it springs up beautifully. And then obviously you want somewhere to write on the back. So what I've done is ahead of time, I have cut this. This is about 4 and let's have a look. It's just over 4 1/4 by just under 2 inches. So I'm just going to stick this on the bottom half only. And then, so that's wishing you a happy ever after, and just done a little heart. So let's stick that on the bottom, have that. What's that in there? So just make sure that that is in the middle. Let's got some glue on there. There, and then you can write on there. Now I am going to make a box for it. Whoops, you can't see it properly. Because it's for a wedding, I thought I'd make a box. Otherwise, you would have to put this in. I don't think it'd quite fit in a 6 by 6, but let's have a look. I think that, let's have a look, is that a 6 by 6? Yeah, they're barely. Yeah, I've made it a little bit too big. Had I have pulled my heart down a little bit further, which would have done, that would have stuck over and protruded a little bit, but that would have been fine. So I could have put it in that, but because it's for a wedding, I thought I'd make a box for it as well. So it's really hard to actually see how it stands and looks lovely. So I hope you like that. Give me a thumbs up if you do. As I say, there's a springy mechanism inside, so when you close it flat and the recipient holds it, it automatically comes into the beautiful shape. So I thank you very much for watching. Do appreciate that you've stopped by today to watch me create this beautiful wedding card. Hope you'll have a go if that's something you're needing at the minute, or have a go at this design. As I say, Sam has done hers with a rectangle, and she did do a square as well, and she did fit hers into a 6x6 envelope, and she's actually done a slightly different one where she's done a taller card that just stands upright. So rather than it going back like mine does, it stands upright, and instead of having the springs either joined together, she's actually, the card goes right down to these parts. She's done this all in one on that particular make that she's done there, and the card goes right down, so it comes down here and stands upright, just solid. But I thought that's really different, so I'll take a picture of that so that you can see it properly. But thank you very much for dropping by. If you haven't subscribed to me, please subscribe and press the notification bell so that you can see any of my future videos. Thank you very much. Take care, stay safe, stay well. Thank you. Bye. Bye, Valerie.